Hi everyone, this is Ray from the Podcaster Studio back with another tutorial today teaching you how to convert audio files to mp3 files for use for distribution across the web using the iTunes software. So this is very easy. The first thing we're going to do is set up our iTunes. So if we go ahead and open up iTunes, there we go. We go to iTunes and we will go to the preferences. This is using a Mac. It might look a little different on Windows, but it should work the same. Click Preferences, and we will get this box here, and this is the part where it's a little weird. It says import settings, but actually it's our export. Don't ask me why it does that, but this is where we want to go. This is under the General tab, probably the first tab that comes up. So import settings, we click. We have different options for different types of encoders. We want MP3. Then we go to settings, and I like to do custom. And I like 128 kilobits per second. You can go down to 96, but I prefer 128 for best quality. And sample rate should be 44.1 kilohertz. Stereo in this case, stereo mode is joint stereo, and these two boxes are checked. We will select OK. And before we go on, let me say this only needs to be set up for the first time, and then each time you go into iTunes and want to convert a file, it'll automatically do it to these settings. If you want to change the settings, of course, you can come back here and do that through the same method we are doing here. So click OK. There we go. MP3 is 128 kilobits at 44.1. That's good. Click OK again, and one more time to get out. Now we want to get our file. And we can go, let me grab a file from my show here, and we'll go through the episodes, and we'll just go to episode 11, which has an M4A file. So I will go open that using iTunes, and that'll bring it into iTunes. Whatever file you're using, whether it's a WAV or an AIFF or an M4A, doesn't matter. Bring that into your iTunes, and there you go. There's our file. And what we want to do here is right-click on the file, and now we get this option to create MP3 version, and go ahead and click that. And now it is creating an MP3 version. You can see over here it's converting the file, and this is where it's going to end up. It is right now incoming, and it'll take just a few moments here for it to import, and we will just give it a second, and it'll give you a little audio notification when it is done. You can also follow me at Twitter at Podcast Helper if you want to get more information about how to podcast. And go to thepodcasterstudio.com to subscribe to the show. Okay, the file is done. So here is our MP3 file. And just to double check that that's the right one, we can get info by right-clicking. You can see down here it says MP3. So we have been converted to an MP3. Here's the original file. Now what I want to do to make this easy to find so I can upload it to different services that I'm hosting at, right-click. For a Mac, it's Show in Finder. And there's our file, TPS, the Podcaster Studio Episode 11, MP3. I'm going to drag that to my desktop and go ahead and minimize everything here. And that's it. You can put that file anywhere you want. And we now have an MP3 from, in this case, an M4A, but in your case it might be a WAV or AIFF. And now you're free to set it loose on the web.